wins the Open.
From Hops, major number 11. Tiger Woods is back in the winner's circle of the
champion
majors.
golfer of the year is Louis Oosthuizen.
Phil Mickelson with a Sunday to remember.
So how do you feel about your first trip to Scotland?
It's amazing. So excited.
I think it's important to explain the history and the tradition of the game, see a version of the game where it started and now it's where it's evolved to what we do. So St. Andrews was always a place I had in my head. I have a relationship with the golf coach at the University of St. Andrews, and having been there myself a number of times, the feeling you get, I've played all over the world, the feeling you get playing St. Andrews is unlike anything else. And so I wanted them to experience that.
Probably my most memorable experience for me personally was the first day getting there.
We just arrived at St. Andrews. We're here at the 17th hole, looking at this crazy green, and it's kind of overwhelming, honestly.
Just because of how tired you are, coming off of trying to sleep on a plane and just completely failing to do so. But when we got out of the van and we drove up to St. Andrews and we could see like all the memorable buildings and everything, and I was just like in a tired and kind of delusional state, and just looking at it, it was so like I was awestruck. And then we got out of the van and just kind of walked up to the 18th green, and I just visions and memories kind of going through like different people who've won the Open there and stuff like that just kind of filled my mind. And as tired as I was just like completely in awe and just completely speechless. It was a really cool experience, and it was really, really cool to be at, the home of golf.
Just a good week with the guys. We're super thankful for everyone who made it possible, and all the donors of sport, the school, the coaches for taking us there.
Being there with the team, the group of guys that we were with, and our coaches, I don't know if I could have gone with a better group of people. Just the whole family that we have here is amazing, and getting to share that with everybody on the team and the coaches was truly a memorable experience.
Cheese and leek sausage, some mushrooms, haggis, beans.
Beans? It's the full Scottish breakfast, huh?
I had to do it.
All right. The primary purpose from a team development standpoint was our season starts the second day of class this year. That's not a lot of time to have your players in front of you. So going to Scotland a week before allowed us to bond, interact, develop some practices that we're going to use all year. So when the first day of school hits, we can leave the next day and be ready.
My biggest hope is that we as a team just like appreciate how lucky we are, and appreciate everything that's being given to us so that we can go out and perform to the best of our abilities. I don't know of any other team that just gets to go over to Scotland, and especially being a senior, I'm like, my appreciation for what our coaches have done.
Good work, proud of you, kid.
And what they had to do in order to get that trip set up for us is like through the roof. I can't even begin to thank them enough. And I just hope that appreciation and that feeling of, wow, we're this lucky, kind of stays with us, because I think it acts as a catalyst to go out and perform to the best of our abilities and prove and show people why we get to go on trips like that.
Honestly, surprised me most was just how slow these greens are. I think that
First of all, collegiate athletics, yes, they're about winning and losing. I think in basketball and football, that's a primary mission, of course, and it's very important to us. But this is an educational experience that we hope broadens their view of the world. So number one, that's what I wanted them to get out of it. Number two, I wanted what I think the most exciting and important year of my tenure here so far is this year we're hosting the NCAA tournament. I wanted to develop the team piece right away. And lastly, I hope that the moments we shared together over there are something, not just player-coach, but coach-coach, player-player, the interpersonal moments where we didn't have our phones out every second because we couldn't, will be cherished for a long time, because they certainly will for me. That was my 6th trip to the United Kingdom to play golf, and it was the most special because my players were there.